Everything that is normally said to be American, from McDonald's to Hollywood to consumer capitalism, is found elsewhere as well, and is in any case not much appreciated by large numbers of Americans. That's why we don't need the idea of the West to guide us forward. Why East and West and North and South are irrelevant. Why what we have are choices, not tracks laid down by a Western fate. If you want the idea of the West to provide some solidarity against radical Islam, you are looking in the wrong place too. We have a tendency to think like this. If you learn about a kind of person, or indeed a kind of organism, if you learn that it carries danger, the thought you tend to store away is, those guys are dangerous. Much less actually than 1% of Muslims are dangerous to us, but we have come to think that Muslims are dangerous. Intelligent intervention has to be guided by the thought, we actually have to make things better. I was born in St. Petersburg, Russia, and when I was 9 years old, my family immigrated here to the United States. To me, it's interesting to see how people go about their lives in different ways, what kind of behaviors they exhibit, what kind of practices they cultivate in order to fulfill the same needs that I have. If you send troops to enforce a moral idea, one of the consequences of that is likely to be the killing of people who resist you, and so that makes the cost already morally troublesome. Once you start to see that it's not that there is one right way to do things, then you sort of become more open to understanding other people. By and large, people don't live in monocultural, mono-religious, monolingual nation-states, and by and large, they never did. The United States, where most people speak some sort of English, is not a place that could plausibly be described as having a single national culture. I don't really believe that American people as a whole have some sort of inherent inability to understand people who live differently. There are ridiculous stereotypes of America in many, many parts of the Muslim world, as there are of Muslims in general in many, many parts of the United States. Being read to from a pulpit isn't the most effective way to persuade people. It's about having conversations and giving people the space to think about things on their own. The part that we in the academy can contribute is to challenge the mistakes, right? And try and produce a civilization in which more people have a better appreciation of the truth about these things.